everyone. Today is May 22nd, and today we are learning about the letter on men and women. So please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda. We will chant Hongan Jojumon, the passage declaring the fulfillment of the primal vow as always, followed by English translation. All sentient beings, as they hear the name, realize even one thought moment of shinjin and joy, which is directed to them from Amida's sincere mind, and aspiring to be born in that land, they then attain birth and dwell in the stage of non-retrogression. Excluded are those who commit the 5 grave offenses and those who slander the right dharma. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Nammanda Butsu. Nammanda Butsu. Nam. そもそも何しも女人も罪の深からん友柄は諸仏の悲願の頼みても今の自分な末代役せなれば諸仏の力にてはなかなか叶わざる時なりこれによって阿弥陀如来と申し立て祀るは諸仏に優れて十悪五逆の罪人の我助けんという大願の起こしましまして阿弥陀仏となりたまえりこの仏と深く頼みて一年御助けそうらえと申さん主上我助けずは小学ならじと誓いましますみだなれば我らが極楽に往生せんことはさらに疑いなしこのゆえに 一心一向に阿弥陀如来助けたまえと深く心に疑いなく信じて我が身の罪の深き言葉打ち捨て仏に任せ参らせて一年の新人定まらん友柄は十人ながら百人ながら皆浄土に往生すべきことさらに疑いなしこの上にはなお尊く思い立てまつらん心の起こらん時はナモ阿弥陀仏ナモ阿弥陀仏と時をも言わずところも嫌わず念仏申すべしこれをすなわち仏頓放射の念仏と申すなりあなかしこあなかしこOn men and women. Those of deep evil karma, both men and women, should realize that even if they entrust themselves to the compassionate vows of the various Buddhas, it is extremely difficult for them to be saved by the power of those Buddhas. Since the present period is the evil world of the last Dharma age. Therefore, the one we revere as Amida Tathagata, surpassing all other Buddhas, made the great vow that he would save even evildoers who have committed the 10 transgressions and the 5 grave offenses. Fulfilling the vow, he became Amida Buddha. Since it is Amida who vowed that he would not attain enlightenment if he failed to save sentient beings who deeply rely on this Buddha and single-mindedly entrust themselves to him to save them, there is no doubt at all that they will be born in the land of utmost bliss. Hence, it is certain that those who, without doubting, deeply, single-heartedly, and steadfastly entrust themselves to Amida Tathagata to save them, leave their deep evil karma to the Buddha, and undergo a settling of the 1/3 moment of faith will all be born in the Pure Land, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100. Once they have realized this, then when a sense of awe wells up in their hearts, they should say the Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, whatever the hour, wherever they may be. This, in other words, is the Nembutsu of gratitude for the Buddha's benevolence. Humbly and respectfully, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda. When I was working on my thesis a few years ago, I encountered the thesis written by one of the scholars named Gregory Chopin, titled Skavati as a generalized religious goal in Sanskrit Mahayana Sutra literature. And this thesis discussed that Skavati, the Pure Land of Amida, was the generalized religious goal in Sanskrit Mahayana tradition. And Chopin discussed that there are not only 3 Pure Land sutras, but also various Mahayana sutras talks about attainment of the birth into Amida's Pure Land by saying the name of Buddhas or by puja, making offerings to the Sangha, and so on. And in one of the Mahayana sutras called Saddharma Pundarika or Lotus Sutra, it said, O nakshatra, whichever women, having heard in the final 500 years this chapter on the former life of Vaishyaja Raja, will obtain it, she certainly, having passed away from here, will be reborn in the world sphere Skavati. And final 500 years means the last Dharma age. And it said, if the person obtain the chapter on the former life of Vaishyaja Raja, they attain birth into the Pure Land of Amida. And what I want to say is that Amida Buddha and Amida Buddha's Pure Land were considered as supreme, and it surpassed any other Buddha's working and Pure Land. By the way, when we Jodo Shinshu Buddhists hear the word Pure Land, we think that the Pure Land is Pure Land of Amida. But actually, Pure Land is Buddha's field, and Bodhisattva, when they attain Buddhahood, establish the Pure Land. The famous ones are Medicine Buddha's Eastern Pure Land of Lapis Lazuli, Akshobhya Buddha's Eastern Pure Land of Abhirachi, the Joyous, and Amida Buddha's Pure Land of Skavati, utmost bliss. But as I mentioned, Chopin's thesis indicates that there are many sutras talks about the birth into the Pure Land of Amida by reciting the name of Buddhas or making offering, memorizing the certain section of sutras, and so on. So, Rennyo Shonin is not saying from his prejudiced perspective as head priest of Jodo Shinshu tradition, but it is actually true that Amida Buddha's working surpass all the Buddhas according to Mahayana sutras. And the 3 Pure Land sutras specifically talk about Amida Buddha and the Pure Land of Amida, Skavati. And in the larger sutra, Amida Buddha vowed to save all sentient beings by the working of the name Namo Amida Butsu. So what we need is the working of Amida Buddha, and that is the cause of our birth into the Pure Land of Amida or Skavati. And in Rennyo Shonin's letter, he said he would save even evildoers who have committed the 10 transgressions and the 5 grave offenses. And since we started this series of reading Rennyo Shonin's letters, we started to chant Hongan Jojumon, the passage declaring the fulfillment of the primal vow. And in there, it said, excluded are those who commit the 5 grave offenses and those who slander the right Dharma. But Rennyo Shonin said, even these people will be saved. So why is it? Our founder Shinran Shonin explained this word of the passage of the fulfillment in one of his writings called Notes on the Inscriptions on Sacred Scrolls, which is on page 494 of Collected Works of Shinran, if you have physical copy. And excluded means that those who commit the 5 grave offenses are rejected, and reveals how grave the evil of slandering the Dharma is. By showing the gravity of these 2 kinds of wrongdoing, these words makes us realize that all the sentient beings throughout the 10 quotas, without a single exception, will be born in the Pure Land. So the Shinran Shonin is saying here that this word is to turn person of wrongdoing to accept the teaching, and nurtures the person to be the person of Nembutsu. To the people who commit grave offenses but not feeling shame over what they have done, Amida Buddha is giving the new discipline to make them realize fault as fault and nurture them to be the person who understand the importance of caring about the others. So this is a little complicated part to understand, but a really important part to understand too. You know, my son Hikaru, he's really busy boy and he likes to jump and run on the sofa. We tell him to stop it every time he does it because it's dangerous. But he forget what we have taught him, and he does it again and again, almost every day. And one time he fell from sofa and he hit his face on the corner of the sofa. And of course we didn't say to him, "See, I told ya." Instead, we said, "Are you okay? Did you hurt any place?" And luckily he didn't hurt any place, but he had bruise on his eyelid for a while. And we were worried for a while if his eyes are okay and if he can see well, but he was okay, so that was really relieving. And we tell Hikaru not to jump and run on the sofa because it will be the cause of injury. And when Hikaru realized that, what my daddy and mommy say is true, that is when he stops jumping and running on the sofa. So the words excluded in the passage is letting us know the gravity of these kinds of wrongdoings. And I hope the example of the story of Hikaru helped to understand this passage. But this is really important part because we often hear that Amida Buddha saves all sentient beings, but in the passage it said excluded are those. But it's not really excluding, but Amida Buddha is letting us know how deep or how these kinds of acts are wrong. Just like me telling Hikaru, jumping on the sofa is wrong things to do. Amida Buddha is telling us that of making 5 grave offenses and slandering the right Dharma is wrong things to do. So this is the word excluded in the passage means, according to Shinran Shonin's understanding. And we Jodo Shinshu follows Shinran Shonin's understanding. And of course, Shinran Shonin's understanding comes from Honen Shonin and the other 7 Pure Land Masters. So I hope today's talk is a little bit off topic from the letter itself, but I thought this is a perfect timing to introduce the idea of what excluded means in the passage, because Rennyo Shonin mentioned it in the letter. So I hope my explanation helped a little bit. If not, probably you can ask other ministers what excluded means and find out more about the word. So thank you all for watching this video. And in closing, please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. And tomorrow, we are going to learn about the letter on the great benefit bestowed with the awakening of the one-third moment of faith. Thank you, and I hope you will have a great day today.